Right then, just an update here. Sitting at the end of some guy's driveway. A problem child. Yeah. He's a very picky individual. Just built this little cabin back on this little tiny swamp pond. And everything's got to be perfect. People that live like this, it's got to be a stressful life. Yeah. Yep. But anyway, his refrigerator door wasn't auto closing, and other refrigerators I have, the door closes themselves. Dude, not all refrigerators are the same. This particular model is an LG. It doesn't have an auto close hinge system on it. So you got to find a workaround if you want the door to close. Now he doesn't, I watched him do it 3 times. He doesn't push the door. He doesn't push it very hard. It's like he's a limp wrister. And he just expects it to go shoop and go close. So the only way to solve that problem is to actually take the front leveling legs on the refrigerator, screw them down, and essentially tip the fridge back a little bit. And then the weight that's in the bins on the door will actually bring the door shut. So I did that. Oh, wow, yeah, that's a lot better. That's amazing. Yeah, you solved it. Yeah, perfect. Golden boy. Whatever. So anyway, that just happened. Rob is on Scrunchy's last nerve. She doesn't have too many nerves, so you got to be careful here. Rob wants to move to his new place before the 1st of December so that he doesn't get stuck having to pay half the mortgage for December. Now, this morning when I was talking to him on the phone, Scrunch and I are thinking that, oh, he's going to cave. He's so whipped. He's going to cave and pay half the mortgage, even though he's not there. I made him tell me 6 times. Oh, boy. Hold on. I got to go. Well, maybe I don't have to go. Of all the driveways that somebody needs to pull into, this guy pulls into the one I'm sitting in. FML. All right. Must be his son coming to visit. Probably a miscreant. Anyway, so we'll just roll down the road here and find another place to pull over and talk for a bit. So Rob is all told me 6 times in a row, I'm not going to pay her a red cent. I'm not going to pay her a red cent. And I'm like, all right, I guess I believe you. So she's in for a rude awakening for the month of December. Then he informs me, oh my God, we got some more limp wristers up here walking their dog. Hold on. So, what a shit show. Holidays suck. It's too many people. Anyway, so Rob tells me, he informs me this morning that Kate has not paid the gas bill ever since they've been in the house. Because it's been, like $20 a month. So she's letting it ride. I'm like, oh, wow. Well, that one day, or the 1 week, I should say, that you left the furnace run for 4 days, and she wasn't bright enough to realize that when she walked in the garage in the morning to get in her car to go to work, hey, it's awful warm in here. I wonder what's up with that. And she didn't register that the furnace was on. That's going to rack up a nice bill. Yeah. So, oh boy. So yeah, she's shirking on the gas bill. For what? So she has money to put gas in her car to get to work, or to go out to the thrift stores and buy tchotchke stuff. She's got a bad habit of doing that. Yeah. So glad I didn't marry her, because the house would be full of tchotchke stuff. But anyway, let's see, where am I? I think I have to go to the right. I don't know. I'm going to have to pull over here. Pull up GPS, because I don't know where I am. And of course, I got a tail. Anyway, so yeah, the gas bill's behind. Now, one saving grace is the utility company, I guess by law they can't do this. They can't shut off your gas during the heating months for humanitarian reasons. So she probably knew this, which is why she was skimping on. I don't know. But anyway, the thing that got on Scrunchy's last nerve was Rob needs our help to move. And he's moving this weekend so he can be out of there, or before Thanksgiving is over, before the end of the month, so he can be out of there before December 1st. Well, next weekend is Thanksgiving. Scrunch and I took 4 days off together to spend time together doing stuff that we want to do. Whether it's just laying around the house knocking boots all day long, or going to Menards and starting to price out materials for the shop build, things like this. It was our time. Well, Rob needs our help. Turns out Rob doesn't have any friends in this area. He moved here from somewhere else. So he has nobody to help him move except for me. Well, his plans for Thanksgiving weekend are going, or he was going, excuse me. Yep, here comes another tail. Never fails. You turn on a dirt road, 2-track dirt road, and you gotta have a car on your ass. But anyway, and there's black ice on the roads too, so that's making, I can't go as fast as I would like to. Gotta be careful even with new tires. So his plans were Thursday, he was going to drive over to Michigan so he could be with his son and his son's family for Friday, Thanksgiving. And then Saturday, he was going to come back to Kate's mom's place in southern Wisconsin and have Thanksgiving Saturday there. And then come home Sunday and then have to leave out on the road again. That's his plans. Well, Scrunch, he wanted my help on Saturday evening. And Scrunch was like, oh, hell no. We're not going to be, 4 o'clock in the afternoon. It's already getting dark. We're not going to be helping him load stuff up in the dark and the cold and then driving 1 hour from his house over to his apartment, offloading it into the house, and then having to drive all the way back up to the lake house to finish out our vacation. She flat out refused to do that. Now, I could do it by myself, but not gonna lie, that's straight up gonna suck, because I don't like driving at night either, especially with all the deer and the deer getting pushed around by hunters. It's gonna be downright dangerous. So we were gonna back out of the deal. Well, then when Scrunch found out that he has absolutely nobody to help him, he doesn't have any friends, He was going to try to do it himself. Move a sleeper sofa out of the house into his trailer and then over to the new place and try to move it into the house himself. She had pity on him and said we would do it. Well, then I came up with an idea. Why don't we take my flatbed trailer, because his trailer is going to be his truck, his pickup truck. His son is coming Wednesday or Thursday to get that and to haul Rob's mom's camper over to Michigan, which is where Mom lives. Well, Rob's truck is the only truck in the crew big enough to haul a 32-foot long enclosed car hauler for the towing capacity. Nobody else has a truck that's big enough to do it. So the truck is gone. So that means Rob can't tow his trailer until Saturday afternoon when he actually comes back from Kate's mom's place with the big trailer in tow. So I said, why don't we use my flatbed trailer, go over to his place on Thanksgiving morning, load up all his furniture stuff, strap it down with straps, and haul it Thursday during the day. And then that's the most we can do for him. The rest of it he'll have to do himself. He can roll his tool chests and his stuff like that. He can put all that in his enclosed trailer and haul it over there by himself and offload it by himself. Straight up shit show. But that's how we can help him. In exchange, he's going to help me. He owes me anyway. Help me finish moving my furniture out of the trailer. And he now has to help Scrunchy move out of her apartment when the time comes for her to move up to my lake house. So, and he agreed to that. Yeah. I'll tell you what, I'm never moving again. I'm done with this shit. I foresee Rob's future as being a transient. Yeah. If he's able to work it out with Kate, he's going to have to move all of his stuff back out of this apartment, back into the house. But Kate's not going to keep the house. There's no way she can. She's going to get a crash course in that in December when he doesn't pay $2,000 some dollars or $1,200 some dollars or $1,600, I think, for a mortgage for his half. He's actually got a better deal because he's now paying $700-800 for rent, which is several hundred less than $1,200 for a mortgage. So he's got the better. Her kicking him out of the house actually helped him monetarily, but it's going to cause her to lose the house. Yeah. Yeah. All right. That's that. Anyway, I've got one call left. What is it? Let's see. Lombardo. I've been there before. Dryer will not power on. Reset. Oh, I was there for a diagnostic. Found a loose wire the last time I was there. So it's not powering up again. I'm going to have to order a main control. Ugh. FML. I hate it. I hate it when I find something that's simple that looks totally like it's going to solve the problem, and then in the end it doesn't. Yeah. I don't like that. Anyway. And then I'm done. I do this one and I'm done. So I'm going to go home. I'm gonna go home, pull the lake out of the boat. Pull the boat out of the lake. Yeah. Yeah. So if Scrunch and I want to fish, we just fish off the dock. The new fish crib is out there. We can cast out to that. If there is any muskies in the area that are holding around the fish crib because of the fish crib, which is more than likely what's going to start happening now that some structure has been introduced into the lake, I can catch them off the dock. Yeah, so that's what we're gonna do. So I'll pull the boat out for the year, haul the motors up, take the battery out of it, and winterize the thing and just leave it on shore for the winter. And that'll be the mission for tonight. Tomorrow I was thinking about going down to the trailer and working some more on the trailer. I'm still on the fence whether I want to do that or not. I'm just over it, you know. I'd rather be working on projects at the house. But it's got to get done. Every month I procrastinate, it's $400 out of my wallet. So I don't know what to do. We shall pontificate on that. Scrunchy likes that word. She says it makes her laugh. Anyway, but yeah, when I get home today, it's a crappy day. It's cloudy, cold, 30 degrees. You know, it's not a nice day, but on days like this, every hour, another quarter-inch of ice is formed on the lake. Pretty soon that boat's going to be frozen in. I ain't going to be able to get it out. And then the crushing force of the ice is going to damage the hull, so I better drag it out. Yep. So that's my plan, and we'll go from there. So talk to you soon.